Hello and welcome to another edition of TyTime. I'm Ryan Val alongside head coach Ty Eichner from your Bowling Green Falcons. And Coach, it was a good bounce back weekend for you and your team as you guys played Western Michigan, got the sweep, and it was pretty much like a tale of two games. We'll start on Friday, the home opener against Western Michigan, and really the story of that game was the power play.
Yeah, we felt like, going into the weekend that being at home would be a good recipe for us. Getting an opportunity to play in front of our fans at Slater Family Ice Arena is always fun, and we typically have a kind of effort like we had on Friday. So knowing that our first three games were in Oxford and then at the Huntington Center, being at home certainly provided us a level of comfort where we felt confident that our team would come out and play the way we want to play for sure. And then, like you said, we needed our power play to be good that night because we had a bunch of opportunities, and Western Michigan's goaltender played outstanding all weekend, and we couldn't seem to find a way to solve them 5-on-5. And then ultimately, when we got Freddie Letourneau's power play goal, it kind of got us going. And then the game winner was on the power play as well. So good to see Max Johnson get involved on the power play too.
24 hours later, the team traveled up to Kalamazoo to take on the Western Michigan Broncos for the third straight time in the third different venue as well. And it was a different game, as I alluded to earlier. And this one was all about the penalty kill coming up. And then Cameron Wright gets the game winner in overtime 11 seconds in.
Yeah, we felt like, the way we played Friday, Ryan, we played a very, very good game for pretty much 60 minutes. We played really hard. We generated a bunch of offense. Our penalty kill was really good at home on Friday. So the effort all around was probably as good an effort as we've had up to this point. But we also felt like getting on the bus and going up to Kalamazoo, we believed that Western Michigan probably would turn around and do the same thing. They had to feel good about their first home game and getting an opportunity to play in front of their fans and at their arena. And as you know, Lawson Arena is not always an easy place to play. And so we felt like it was important that we got off to a good start, and we were ready for them because we believed they were going to want to get off to a good start as well. And then you were there. You know that we unfortunately took 4 minor penalties in the first period, and the penalty kill needed to be really good, which it was. And then the first period and the second period, I thought, even though we started out behind the 8 ball from a chances for and chances against opportunity, as the first period finished, the shots were pretty even and the opportunities were pretty even. And the second period, I think, went back and forth. And then the third, we kind of let it get away from us a little bit from an effort standpoint, and did some things that allowed us to have to be chasing Western Michigan around. But then ultimately, we got the goal by Alec Rauhauser to tie the game up, and similar to Friday, we were playing really well Friday, and Western Michigan ties it, and now maybe they feel like, hey, we've got an opportunity to steal a game on the road that maybe we haven't played our best. We certainly felt the same way Saturday. We tie the game up in the third and get a chance to, or tie the game, and then we're going into the third, and it's late, and then you get into overtime, and obviously, one shot can win the game, and that's certainly what Cameron Wright did.
Yeah, and those wins do not happen without Eric Dopp. He was named WCHA Goaltender of the Week, and in my opinion, Coach, it looked like that Dopp played probably the best 2 games of his career so far.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing to somebody else. I don't know, and I probably should know when Eric's played back-to-back games before in the past and how those went. In terms of his freshman and sophomore year, but in regards to recent memory, Eric, against a quality opponent, back-to-back nights, and a number of quality chances, Eric was really, really good for us.
Moving on to the opponent this weekend, Michigan Tech, to open up conference play. And Coach, the Huskies have been idle for a week after getting swept by Alaska Fairbanks. So you got to expect that they're going to try to come in here and try to right the ship early on in their conference play.
Yeah, they're going to certainly want to make amends to getting swept at home. And as we alluded to earlier, the rivalry that we've got going is a very healthy, good rivalry. Michigan Tech's a program that's been in the NCAA tournament in recent years and has won league championships or playoff championships in recent years. So they're a team that we know we have to be ready for. We know they're going to come into Bowling Green and want to give us their best effort. And so I think in regards to preparing for opponents, it's a good opponent to prepare for because we know we're going to have to be on top of our game.
All right, both games will be here at the Slater Family Ice Arena, and both of them will be at 7:07 puck drop. Of course, you can catch both games on the Falcon Radio Network. I'll have you covered, starting with pregame at 6:30. It's also orange out on Saturday as well, so bring your orange here to the Slater Family Ice Arena. This is TyTime. Ty Eichner, Ryan Vallon, and we'll talk to you next week.